Hey, what's going on? Yes, I'm still alive. Woo! Um, Honestly, I've been sick and stuff, trying to get everything. Oh, yeah, trying to see if catching. Not sure. I'm gonna have to. Okay, it is. All right. So, um, I was gonna. I normally wait until stuff get programmed into the game properly, or I actually make this. But I'm I'm saying that I knew this was gonna happen, right? So um first of all, the it's not programmed in. If you can see the artwork and everything is not in properly. But if you look up the artwork, you will see that the artwork is just these two them side by side. I don't know. I kind of look at it. It's like all Battleguard cause earthquakes and lava Battleguard cause like firestorms or something. But this the Echoes. I'm guessing they're gonna rename this to Scream because Ray's howling, or whatever. So my guess is Scream. But I called it. I 1% called it. What did I say that the new cars and stuff is going to need? They're going to need a searcher. I said a few months ago, hey, you know what they're going to put in soon? Well, what haven't been a few months. Well, I have, but not just a few. But I said they're going to put in a hold they're going to put in a searcher for level fives, and they do put in a searcher for level fives. Because look, when this card is activated, you can add one level five Earthward from your deck to your hand. Then discard one card. Okay, I get it now. Plus, it's a continuous. It was a quick play spell or a normal spell, then you want to need to discard because you trade in one card for one card. But it you may think of this as a bad, but it's also a good. I'm going to go over the cards why it's good. So obviously, Battleguard Echoes. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna probably have to predict this. I'm gonna say the way they're doing, I feel like they're gonna make a retrain of Swamp Lava Battle. Don't know, not 100% sure, but that's the feel I'm getting because it might make a three train, it might make a final boss monster or something. Because yes, the Swamp Lava Battle Guards are probably going to keep their standard effect, and it might be a Joker situation where you can send one Swamp Lava Battle Guard to the graveyard, summon it. Maybe something like that. It could be something like that. But right now, when I first seen this, I'm like, I called it. I called it. What did I said the Swampula the battle guards need somewhere to search their stuff. Now what do they? They have searcher that give them one of them. Uh, and is it once per turn when this card is activated? Yeah, it's not even once per turn. That's another thing. When this card is activated, you can add a level 5 war deck to your hand. Maybe okay, it's not once per turn, but it's once per activation. So if you this card activated, card one card turn. This part is once per turn. If a monster turn from field to your hand, then during the damage steps and add a Battleguard Rage or a Battleguard High from deck. You at least have one of each. When you go for it, kind of hard to say. When a monster is described by battle, kind of hard to say which one. Because you can get the monster turned back to you. I think it does have a graveyard effect, that's fine. Game returning hand could be a bonus to you. And it's kind of this card is not bad either now. Like you can actually this game can be another one of burn cards game. So now they have pressure, but if you read it carefully, it said add one level 5 Earth Ward. It doesn't say Walker Lava Bat. It doesn't even say that. It doesn't even say King. It just says Earth 5. It's uh, uh level 5 Earth Ward. So what does that mean? About so I have to figure this out. Now let's look at all the level 5 Earth Ward. Now, okay, well, let's narrow back my add from the deck. Does this add from the graveyard? Nope. So these are the level 5. Yeah. So it has a lot of potential. Okay, you can add Slugger. You can put this card in. I also feel like it might change this, right? Because it's not the full translation. Also, might be a effect where it count as a piece of the wild level 5 card, maybe, or they might update Battleguard Conductor. I don't know how they're gonna rework this. I don't know if this is just the final take, but the way it's looking, these are the cards that you add off. And A's and Goki and Punks. Not the greatest because it's their own target, but still useful. For obvious, So this is part that can work with it. Uh, Chronomas Aria, it could work. This can work. I never really had a reason for this car. It's more of a card, but now this car it can't work. Be your normal summon now. You can play it in scrap now. Is it really good in scrap? Could it work? Yes, it could work. And it's a tuner. Now, if you summon it with Feast of the Wild level 5, guess what? This effect where it can only be used for scrap monster getting hated. So now you have a bunch of level 5 and level 5 too. That's possible. Samurai. Samurai. Dragon Soldier is another one. Mahmoud. And this is a new card. Again, it's filled every day. Now, one thing I think is a problem with this card, I don't think it meant earth or fire. I think it meant earth. I think it meant earth or light. But this might be a typo. They could be correct. I don't know right now. But I was thinking they were going to do earth and light. But this, if this is wrong, I mean, this probably also supposed to be light. I'm thinking this mean light. But basically, from what I can tell, it's a Echo Soldier or Echo Knight. Basically, that's what it seemed like. Oh, let me look up higher what this means. It could be that could be the mistranslation as well. Don't think later. So Crystal, if you see his artwork, he's not yellow-ish, so it's kind of hard to tell. But I can tell, obviously. So, uh, other one, Kiko. And oh, they also can work him down the new millenniums. Deals. Also, oh no, he has that. This card. Now, read it, refer to your facts or fine. Go into battle phase, quick phase, you can spend some one more. Just any. Fast. Interesting. So you can go into battle phase, special summon any warrior monster from your hand. Doesn't have any stipulations. Just, hey, you got a warrior monster? So what does that mean? Well, what are you going to go over that as well? I mean, because of that, you can use him at fires, but there's not too many fires that go. Yeah, he's have fire, so you can use him in quarter fire. But if there's a level 5 deck, that's fire. Fire. Okay. I'm But here's the problem: if you run this way, or cheat to flip. Now, go to the lights. I can't obviously run. Work. Okay. Obvious. And around boost and this. I found you have so many ways to search again a graveyard. Also, this can be your number summon. You because you number summon one, you get two. Send one to the graveyard. You send one to the graveyard. Get one. Special summon in the card, then you know summon this card. You get two out. Also get one. So now let's look up. Huh, run gear free. I'm telling you, it doesn't have any stipulation. Can be have it. It doesn't have any stipulation on what kind of war you can. It says or the effect for it to be special. Have to return a fire rule. Fire. Oh, look at that. Working this. That's never. Gonna go work. I said Necron. Oh, can't return. I don't think it. I think it's now you see why I have all of these cards picked. I have to put in Jackson Knight. But the reason I have these cards picked is because they are the best cards you want to start with, as well as these cards are also the best of this effect. So, as far as over this, there's not, there might be some. Oh wait, interesting. That's in bypass. And if if you can get them in a graveyard, which so that can be just a building. That can work. But mind you have to run it in Earth and Fire. Yeah. Now, if they mistranslated in Earth and Light. That's then you have to run it Earth and Light War. Second effect does not have any. Now, go over the reason why. Of course, these are the. I'm gonna go over which cars are the best, which cars you should run. Like I said, running Goki, but again, there's not two Goki that help. There's only two. Now, even though there's only one, Amazon War Chief is the best car to add. Here's why. It's the free. It's a free summon. It's, if you run a monster, you can touch the summon, and it doesn't have any uh, problems if you're going first. If you're going second, yes, it locks you in polymerization. But guess what? You don't have to add. You don't have to add polymerization. It, the second best I say is rising up. This because it triggers a warrior from your hand. Just special summon. It's another free special summon. So if you have War Chief already in your hand, want to get another one you can special summon. This so you can send this card to the graveyard as the effect is just activate when any card is started. And you can just send it to the graveyard, special summon this card. Then return this card to hand. By you can special summon this card from the graveyard. Then if you have another card in another warrior in hand, you can just card out, back out. And you have one, two, three cards out, and one warrior in the graveyard. So that's easily that will get you to everything you need. So now you have three on the field. You have Jack in your hand. That's another one. You have polymerization. You can the combo and get Jack in your hand out. Another one. Now you have five monsters on the field. No normal zone yet. So working rope. This is the third best. Oddly enough, Millennium Steel. Still the Millennium. because again, it's another free special zone. Now, it'll be way best if you send the William deck, but you don't have to. And then Hidden Star, another good card. Then the Goki. Goki, if you run it for Goki deck, yeah, it'll be better. This will be higher, but still, this card still will be higher than Goki. Goki deck. Now, if you have everything set up, this card is better. Because if you have everything set up and then you have Feast of Wild level 5, you add this card to your hand, or you add this card to your hand or something from the graveyard with Feast of the Wild, guess what? It's just a tuner. Level 5 tuner. It all depends on what you have. But the cards that most of the cards that have a 3 is for this is the only number. Everything else is a special summon. They can be normal summon, but they also have special summon effect. Normal summon allow tribute. Get special summon level 5 light monster. Special summon level first monster. Um, Private Over. It's also a good card. Has set up a monster. Really, this is a good card as well. But here's the thing: you control no opponent control monster. So it can work in ninjas, but the problem is again, this is a going second card where a bunch of these cards don't need to worry about you. Especially they get card from your hand by trigger or your monster from your hand. So not rely on your proto monster or whole monster or you can tribute. It's not on 6 samurai. There's not too many other cards. Card problem this card is again your opponent have to control a card. So if you're going first, cannot can't set that up. Can't set this up. And you control no card. That's the way this is set out, but it's not reliable. Because there's cards now that you can give to your opponent. You're worrying here, there's a good chance of best best card to add. The Battleguards, like them, like they're my like two of my favorite cards because they actually they're just brothers on help each other. But I'm running a Battleguard deck. It might be the oh you play the yeah king and 3 monsters on the field, and you can boost king up and everything. You can just then like hey whack whack whack. That's game. So king can be a 1 turn kill. Now, what I feel like they're gonna do is how they're gonna make a add extra deck card for the battle guards, or going to give King a new card that may be a fusion or something? There's not cards. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna run this. Best card to add with Amazonians Porchi and Cyber Tutu. That's just I'm This is the thing. If you're gonna run two of these, running Joker, you want at least one two. Will open up a one in your hand. Can't use. Other reason I think about dropping this card on one. I have the have another. Think about dropping this card to one. This is the closest thing I have to a full. So I'm able to test this out. This is the best. Another card that can special summon, or it don't feel. Those free special summon. You go a lot of Earth Warriors, good. But this card doesn't really have a good step in the gradient. This card is like better card because it's a so you can attack with this card. Use this on the attack again with the fusion during the battle phase. Only have him at one, but because the new card, because in this card, sir, this card forces you to discard card better. Now, can you other cards that can be? Let's see. Hey, you can put some Geek Guardian stuff. It's being possible. Another card. I mean, this card can't work because let's narrow it down. Let's look. Hey, Warrocks can have a. So if you look at it, this card has different card on the field. Field this from the field or hand on field. And so you don't have to have a monster in it for me. That's why these cards are could have this higher, but I feel like this card is It's a reason to play this card if you add the sin of the graveyard. And you probably want to play this card 3. This card can get it into the graveyard though. Most of them. Amazonian. So it can work in Amazonian. Amazon is also work. And but it add a add a word amount to opponent a card that quite different. Have lower Earth Warriors. I missed when their name was mistranslated to Goblin. That's something. It's not really on bikes. And so it can't work and go. It never. So it can't work in Amazon. Or together. In this card, I can. I really want to try this card because some of it with the came out, it does double thing piercing. piercing that. Oh, does piercing? They say attack. I love so. In fact, he's still have the right setup. You can end up. So how would I change this over? I wonder if I want this. I will have now. What will I change about it? First of all, most of these cards go down to one. Go down to one. Go down to one. Probably drop these cards. This might go drop one or two of Jokers. Drop this card down to one. Card. This card down to one. Maybe drop this card and this card. Then I would call already in. I will put some of the traps and stuff. A pendulum card can go up to two now because now I can send them to the graveyard. Doesn't matter. Problem I had is sometimes I will just hand and that's it. So the pendulum card can go up to two. Uh, spiritualist can go up to two. And that might I add that card. Yeah, basically I don't think about it. Also, I'm trying to make sure I add to my what drop these. Or maybe. Oh, I need to drop four cards to like this card. This and also a new trap that almost got. Oh, no, Target one. So let's or graveyard. grabbing that card. I don't even have power in here. Let's see. What the heck? Let me, you know what? I'm about to check this out. I don't know. Anyway, oh, it still works even. But most likely with the new car, you drop a lot of this that's not Amazonian cars. And if you open up with her and this car and who else? Okay, if you open up with Echo and these three cars, that could still be full count. But you use Echo and send it to the graveyard. This use Echo and use this car on draw phase, standby phase. After using the car, then secret R's. Then on your main phase, use can, but no, you can use this to get another color. On a full count, one, two, if you already use level five, which Whipmaster. That what place? It's in the place that's in the place in Pendulum's on the added back the hands. I mean, specialist and specialist back at a poly. Poly then and Whipmaster also use this card of effect in the graveyard. Then send Whipmaster and Stallion Emperor to summon Augustus. Augustus. Then go for War Chief. Special summon War Chief on Poly. Summon Princess. Basically, you don't really need this too much. Princess is good to get through this card. I just run through this card. People think, oh, Princess is so important to this deck. She was anymore. Like Princess might be like she's still running ahead for you, but she might be the most one you least needed at 3 now. Now Queen on the field, okay, but now the combos do not need to run through her to. Yeah, so now with Echo in, it is possible can can get E without going through Echo. Can't get what you need. What I'm sorry, you can't get what you need two different means if you need to. You have to because I want to say what it like if cards work in the graveyard, they're higher on the list now. One, two, Amazon have cards in that. Then have to read again, but no, it said discard one card. Okay, so you can yeah, you can also bump Secret Art up to 3. Doesn't say a warrior. So you can that's it's one, two, three, four. That can be up to 12 cards that you can send to the graveyard for. I'm gonna have to test it. I'm gonna test it out when the card finally get added into the properly. But yeah, it's like you don't need a lot of stuff that used to work with that effect. So you can literally just like if you have a secret art, any of the cards, basically you don't need foolish berry goods. Now. It can help, but you don't need. That's what I'm saying. Like that card might be the one you cut. Now you can send stuff from your hand to the grave, get the same effect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to test that. Plus, it's from the deck or grave. Oh, I gotta really test that when it get programming. There's other ways to do it, but I have to set that up properly. Anyway, later. I think drop him in